Guys, welcome to the new year. It's 2023. Like, we really made it. First of all, take a minute, clap it up for yourselves, clap it up for everybody around you. Like, we all made it to the new year. We here. It's time to start a new journey. This video, I'm gonna be bringing a new painting in with the new year. So let's see, kind of like backstory, I guess. If you've been keeping up with me, or if you remember, I guess, from that like 35-minute video I mentioned, where I was like, a lot of my meditations inspire what I paint and inspire my creativity and the things I like to just create and paint and make through art. This new painting was another painting inspired by a meditation. So I don't remember what the meditation was. That's the thing that I don't like, because I don't remember what the meditation was, but I remember the moment that I did meditate and I saw this idea, but like in a different way, because like the ideas always change, but I saw this idea in a different way. So basically I remember seeing myself in like this large grass field, and like I was sitting there in the meditative position. My eyes were closed, but my eyes were closed, but I was looking at myself from like the back view, so I only saw my back, and then there was this like mirror kind of off to the side of me, and I kind of saw like a galaxy in the mirror. It wasn't reflecting like what was actually existing at the time. It was reflecting like kind of this galaxy, and then there was this figure floating in the galaxy, kind of just like suspended in the air. It might have been myself, it might not have been, I don't remember. But I remember there was this figure floating in that galaxy, and when I finished the meditation, I got up and I sketched that idea. Oh, I actually could show you. This is the vision that I had. This was the idea that came to mind. There was just something about the colors and the composition that really drew me in, and that really made me want to paint this and bring this idea to life. And I had this vision right before I was about to leave school to come back home for winter break. So I was like, I could actually paint this idea like with my paints, and like, I could get out of canvas and things like that. So then I got back home, and I remembered I had this wooden oak panel, and I was like, I can paint on this. And it was already gessoed, because I had plans to paint on it previously and never did. So it was already gessoed. I got to sketching my idea and all of that. And this painting, I feel like it really, it's such good energy to bring the new year in with, because it's inspired by not only that meditation and what I saw during that meditation, but it's inspired by a chapter I read in my book, The Unity of Consciousness and Existence, and the chapter is about parallel realities. And now y'all know I like to get deep, y'all know I like to take it to another level, so that's what we're about to do with this painting and with this video. So basically what the book says is that there are multiple parallel realities that exist simultaneously. The book says that time is not a factor in reality, and because of that reason, there are multiple parallel realities that exist simultaneously. So everything is kind of predetermined in a way. Everything, we want to happen, everything we're trying to manifest, everything that has already happened is predetermined, and we shouldn't be thinking about the things that we want to achieve as something that we have to attract, or something that we have to get to in the future. It's something that's already exists and something that's already ours, but we have to alter our state of existence to come in contact with that reality and to allow the reality to manifest. And I don't remember if I read this chapter before or after that meditation, but when I was thinking about this concept and thinking about, okay, what does this really mean? I was thinking about the fact that, like, in what I saw, there's two worlds. There was me in the grass field, and then there was this figure in the galaxy in the mirror frame. And it's like, a mirror is meant to reflect what you see, but in this specific vision that I saw, the mirror wasn't reflecting the reality that was currently, the mirror wasn't reflecting the reality that was like actually taking place at that moment. It was reflecting a different reality, something new, a new reality that exists with the new state of consciousness. Really connects to what I just read, and it really sort of brings this idea to life, or this, I wouldn't really call it an idea, because it really brings this topic of parallel realities to life, and the fact that, when we're thinking about, trying to achieve a certain goal, trying to get to a certain place, trying to do something with life, whatever it may be, whatever you're trying to achieve, it's not beneficial to think about it in the sense that, oh, I have to work all this time to get to, say, 2 years in the future to finally be able to achieve this. It's no, this desire that I want, it already exists, and I know it already exists because I'm aware of it, because it's in my consciousness. I just have to alter my consciousness to come in contact with this reality, and to allow it to manifest, and to allow it to come to life. So yeah, that's really what I found interesting with this piece, and what I really wanted to embody with this painting. And one quote to add to that the book says, it is not outside of us in our reality, somewhere objectively far and away. It is always here and now, together with all potential realities. So back to that idea of potential or multiple realities existing simultaneously. They're all potential realities. They're all, what can potentially be, what, has the potential to be manifested and brought to life. Have that, I came to this sort of like conclusion, this kind of, full circle with the painting and the meditation and all of that. And I was so set on like, okay, I'm gonna paint this grass field, I'm gonna paint myself in the grass field with like this nice blue sky, and then mirrors sort of like off to the right, reflecting this galaxy, this other reality. And then I was on a plane, and had the window seat, I was looking out, and I was just like, the sky looked like snow. Like, we went through sort of like this blue clear sky. It was like the sky was bright and vibrant. I saw all the clouds, but the clouds looked like snow, and I was like, this is really interesting. What if I place myself in this environment? And then we like kind of got further, and then it's kind of like I guess we were like inside of a cloud, because like everything was like gray and foggy, and all I saw was the plane of the wing. And I was like, this is really interesting, and kind of, I don't know, it just spoke to me in some way. I was just like, this is really interesting. It might be interesting to play around with this environment, to maybe place myself on the wing of the plane, or place the mirror on the wing of the plane, place myself somewhere in the environment. And then I ended up going forward with that idea. I ended up making the background this sort of outside view I saw from the window of the plane, with the wings sticking out in this kind of like foggy and empty environment. And then placing myself as well as the mirror and the figure in this environment sort of strengthened the connection between the two. Now, when I first read this chapter, I was like, this doesn't make sense. There's just like, how can multiple realities exist? How does time not exist? How? But I don't know, something about the way it was broken down and the way it was just explained, it was just like so inspiring and so like awakening. It was just like, after rereading it, with this book I always read the chapters twice, because it's like the first time is definitely not gonna click, and then the second time I really read it a lot slower. I got more into each sentence and each detail, and I was like, this makes sense. With this piece, and bringing it into the new year, making it my first piece of the year. Well, I finished it in 2022, which is when I'm recording this part of the video. I'm recording this on December 31st. It's like I finished the painting in 2022, but I feel like it's also my last painting of the year, and it's the energy that I'm bringing into the new year, which is just the fact that there's always a new year, new me. There's always a new year. It's always the new year goals, always something that you write down that you want to achieve. And I definitely myself wrote down some goals that I want to achieve. But with this painting, it's really bringing to light the fact that, when you're thinking about, okay, this is my goal, this is what I want to achieve, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to get in life. With the new year, I'm changing the way I think about my goals. I'm not necessarily thinking, okay, I have to achieve this in X amount of time, I have to get here to achieve it. It's no, this already exists for me, and I know it does. I just have to alter my state of consciousness and become aware of its potential to exist. I'll be able to manifest it and bring it into my current reality, and become a part of this potential reality that I'm thinking about. With all that about parallel realities, and changing the way you're thinking about time and your goals and all of that, just this entire concept of parallel realities and realities existing and altering your state of consciousness, this piece really represents creating a connection between the reality we're in now and the reality that you're thinking about, that you're wanting to manifest, that you're wanting to bring yourself to. With the wing of the plane, that's really this symbol of traveling and moving between these realities, gaining the ability or recognizing your power to be able to move between these realities and be able to dictate, being able to control the life that you live, and being able to have power over the events that happen and everything that takes place, and what really affects the outcome of everything in life. The plane, when I was on the plane, I didn't really think of it in this symbolic kind of way. I was just it's very aesthetically pleasing, it looks nice, this sort of environment looks nice. And I took out my phone and I took that picture, and I favorited it, and I came back to it when I was thinking about the painting again, and I was like, we got on planes to travel from destination A to destination B. A plane is a symbol of travel, and this wing of the plane sort of being between myself and this figure in the mirror floating in this galaxy, or sort of it's just kind of bridging the gap between the reality that I'm in now and the reality that I want to manifest and that I want to bring to life. This symbol of travel is sort of with it being placed directly in between us, it's kind of it's filling that space in between. Without it, it would just be nothing between us. But with the wing of the plane there, it's serving as this connection between the parallel realities that exist, this connection between my reality and everything that I want to achieve and everything that's out there and all the potential that exists. So yeah, that's really why I love the fact that I chose to, use this composition of like the plane and this foggy, empty environment. It's kind of like, it's very simple. It's simple, but it's not simple. The composition is very just like easy to look at, it's easy to understand, but there's like so much symbolism, so much going on, so much deeper than what you visually see. There's just like, y'all know I love to include symbolism and imagery and all of that in my artwork. That's really how I saw the swing of the plane in this piece, and that's really the significance that it plays. And in the beginning, I mentioned that I saw myself in the meditation from like a back view. And, I had planned to paint myself, just like in full color, kind of achieve like as realistic of a look as I can, painting my actual skin and things like that. But when I painted the sort of galaxy kind of background that exists in the mirror, I was like, it would be really interesting to, replicate this in like this outline of myself to really be another symbolic representation of like the connection between the two realities. So, the figure is floating in this kind of galaxy, I wouldn't even call it a galaxy. I don't know what I would call it. It's kind of like just like this colorful, vibrant world. It's like it's another reality. That's what it represents. And then replicating that within the figure of myself, which represents the current reality that I'm existing in, that I'm sort of living in, I guess you could say. Having that same background, that same environment within that figure, it really strengthens that connection between my reality and the multiple potential realities that exist, everything that I'm trying to manifest. It's in addition to, the plane as a symbol of travel, this duplication of the of this background, of this colorful environment, is another strengthening factor when it comes to the multiple realities that exist simultaneously. It's like, I have the power to make this reality mine. I have the power to be connected to this reality, to live within this reality, to exist within it. So, I really wanted to represent that in sort of like a really unique and intricate way. And it's like, even with the reality, even with the background sort of dripping out of the picture frame, it's like, it's showing that like everything is connected, whether we see it or not. There's always some kind of connection that exists within the universe. Everything is full of connected energy, and it's just like the environment dripping out of the picture frame and dripping onto the plane, the wing of the plane, the symbol of traveling, the symbol of connection, jumping between realities. And really says that, we're not confined to just living in one reality. We're not confined to just living in the present moment or how we are now. We have the power, we have the ability to change, to really bring to life what it is we want, bring to life what it is we desire. It's all connected. We may not be able to physically see the connection, but it's about what you feel and about what you believe in deep down. That really gives you the power to make your desired reality yours, make your desired life yours. And that's really what I wanted to embody with this piece, because going into the new year and just thinking about setting goals for myself, it's like, okay, I'm not thinking about them in the sense that like, okay, I have to achieve this goal by the end of the year or something like that. It's no, this is my time to really recognize my power and really be able to step into a new reality, a new life, allow myself to recognize my power and use my power to really live the way I want to live, in the reality that I want to live in. being said, with the new year here, with a new journey ahead, with, you know, this sort of cohesive feeling of new year, new me, you know, starting new goals, things like that. I'm going into the new year not with that new year, new me mindset, not with the, oh, I'm gonna immediately change and, you know, start doing all these things differently. I'm going into the new year recognizing my power and recognizing my ability to really make my life mine, to really live my life how I want to really take control over everything it is that, you know, is around me and that is affecting me and that has a relation to me, because everything is connected, because I know I'm connected to everything. I know that there's these realities out there that exist. There's, you know, my goals are not far away from me. My goals already exist. My goals just have to be brought to fruition. They just have to be manifested, and I have the power to do that. So I hope that message connected to you guys in some way. I hope it resonated in some way. I hope you're feeling inspired to really tap into your power within, to make your life how you want, to bring your goals to reality. And I'm also very excited that I was able to actually work on the physical painting again for the first time in months. It's been so long, it felt so good, and I'm so happy I was able to. But all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this first video of the year. Stay tuned for the many new things coming this year. I know there's just gonna be so many great things happening this year, so stay tuned for it all. Stay tuned for the new artwork, the new videos, potentially some new updates about the rebrand. Stay tuned for all of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the new painting and the message behind it as well. Bye.